guys, it's Sharice and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about something different. I've been contemplating this for a while, but I honestly just feel like at this point there's no point for me not to talk about it because it is a part of me and it is who I am. Well, it's not who I am, but it's a major part of my life. So I have fibromyalgia, and as a black woman, I have definitely been struggling a lot lately with just trying to find a doctor, a specialist to help treat me in the way that I need treatment. And it's just, I feel like, fibromyalgia is a primarily Caucasian disorder. And as you can see, I'm black. I'm 25% white, so I've actually tracked it back to my grandma's twin, who is French Canadian, so she is white, so that's where I inherited it from. But so basically, this is just my introduction that, yeah, it's just something I decided that I want to talk about and just hopefully empower other young black girls or black women who may be going through the same thing, because I think it's definitely a lot harder to deal with and cope with, especially when you don't see other people with it that look like you. So before we get started, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and give this video a thumbs up. But also, my braids look really good right here. I'm really feeling the red. But anyways, okay, so I'm just gonna do like a little overview of it, and I really think I'm gonna make this like a series and like talk about it more, because it's also just like an outlet for me too to like get through, because especially the last like year has been a lot. 2020 was a lot for everybody, but my fibro was not acting right either, so it was just another layer on top of 2020. So I was officially diagnosed with fibromyalgia when I was, I want to say like 14, 15, maybe even 16. It's been a long time. So I first started, it was really random. I was like 12 years old. I literally woke up one night and I had like the sharpest pain like in my groin, and I literally like it hurt to walk. So I remember it was in the middle of the night. I called my mom. She ended up bringing me to the ER because like I literally was like crying, couldn't even walk down the stairs, didn't know what was wrong, and got to the hospital. They gave me some pain meds. They did x-rays, all that stuff. Everything looked okay. They gave me some medicine, sent me home. So when I first started to develop it, it was more of like a random type thing. It wasn't really random because it like usually when I get my flare, which is like an exaggeration of my symptoms, it would be around the time for my cycle. So we thought that was correlated, so I ended up going to OBGYN trying to figure out if there was anything related, if I had cysts or anything, because cysts run in my family. They didn't see anything. Everything came back normal. So I would get like really bad pain, like it was just started in my groin, and it would stay when I had my cycle, like the whole week. It was just bad pain. So that happened, and it would like come like every month, every time. And like when like it went away, like the pain was gone. But I would say probably like 6 months after that, I kind of got like constant pain, and we couldn't really figure out why. Like I didn't do anything. I would get pain in my legs, in my arms. I would say around 14, because I was in high school. 14, 15, my right arm would swell, so like my hand would swell all the way up to like my elbow, and like I couldn't move it. Like I used to sleep with my rings on, but now I don't, because one time I woke up and my hands were swollen and I couldn't get my rings off. So they really couldn't figure out. They was running these tests. They tested me for what is that? Lyme disease. They tested me for Lyme disease. Because I thought I got bit by a tick or something, because I guess that causes like body aches. So actually, let me pause. Let me kind of explain a little bit. Fibromyalgia is like really complicated to understand, but a brief overview, and like I'll get more into it as we go along. But basically, fibromyalgia is a nerve disorder, and basically my brain sends signals to my nerves that my body's in pain, even though there's no reason for it to be, because usually when your brain sends signals to your body, it's usually to like guard it. So like if you like twist your ankle, it's gonna tell you like, hey, that hurts, so you don't walk on it and make it worse. But I really don't have no reason for it to like hurt, it just does. So I don't know if that was a great example. Google it. But many people get there's a lot more that goes into it, but we'll get on with that. So they tested me for Lyme disease, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, and mind you, I'm still like 15 at the time, so like I'm young. And it took me, I would say on average, it took me like 4 years to get diagnosed, 4 to 5 years. I went to Connecticut Children's. They had like a whole team, and when I went there, I want to say like 12, so I would say like 13, they diagnosed me with, they called it pain with no purpose, but that didn't really make sense. They just couldn't figure anything else out. So I went there until I got about 17. I basically aged out of the Children's, so I ended up going to Yale, New Haven, saw a neurologist, and then through multiple tests, I got tests for like basically like some kind of nerve test to see if my nerve endings were like receiving like messages and like all that other stuff. I forgot what it is. I've had a lot of tests, a lot of blood work. They rolled everything out, everything was coming back normal. And then yeah, I'm trying to think. This is a long time ago because I'm 25. Well, I'm finna be 25. That's wild. I'm gonna be 25 in April, but so this is over 10 years ago. So it's been a long journey. And I will say the people at Connecticut Children's, like the doctors, they had like a more like holistic approach, and like they had multiple doctors there that specialize in different things. And I will say like they able, cause like it got to a point where like I couldn't sleep through the night. Like I was sleeping during the day, I was up all night, wide awake, drained. I had like no energy, my fatigue was horrible. And at the time, I played sports my whole life. So I was still in high school, so I was trying to play basketball. My freshman year, I played volleyball, played basketball, ran track. So I was still trying to be active because, mind you, like I'm a child. Like I'm trying to figure out why my body is basically failing me at such a young age, because everyone else my age doesn't have pain all over their body 24/7. Like that's a lot to cope with, and like it's exhausting. It really is. And especially when people like don't understand, that makes it a whole lot harder. I don't want this video to be too long. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do multiple like videos about this because I don't know, I just feel like God has put it on my heart to like share my story to help some other young black girl or any woman, man, child, whoever, help somebody and make sure like they know they're not alone, because it definitely has been a long journey of ups and downs. I will say, like, fast forwarding right now, my biggest issue is trying to find a medication that's helping me manage my pain. My pain has not been managed at all. My fatigue has been horrible. I literally like get out the shower and literally have to like lay on the bed before I get dressed, just because of how exhausting it was to take a shower. And then we're just supposed to function like everybody else our age. So I'm just supposed to function like a normal 24-year-old in college. And it's not that easy. And from the outside I look fine, but on the inside it's a lot going on. But I hope someone feels a little less alone from this, and give this video a thumbs up if you would like for me to talk more about this. I just feel like I'll probably do it anyways, because it is also therapeutic for me, because sometimes even though I've been living with this so long, it still gets hard, and like I still do feel alone sometimes. But So that's a little introduction, I guess I'll call that, because we're at like 10 minutes now, and like I said, I don't want it to be too long. But I guess next I'll talk about, in my next video, I'll talk about, there's just so much. I'll probably talk about all the different like symptoms and side effects that go into this disease. I think that's what I'm gonna do next. But I know I definitely want to hit on like doctors and black people in the medical field, because that is a big reason. I just feel like there's just so much more that could be done and we're not listened to, and that just like infuriates me. But that's for another video, so give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you want to hear more, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.